You know, like they're gonna sit there for forever in time. The Heat 23 million might not sit there for forever in time. Money comes and goes, but for Netflix to own the rights to that, that's forever money, and that's the point of making things like that. That don't matter what he got paid. I think people getting fired for the speaking out on the transgender thing is even weird because when you get a job, you sign a contract. The contract states you can't do certain things, right? Sexual harassment, discrimination. Says that you can't do. When you work for Netflix, I think that I would assume that there's a disclosure agreement where, as an employee, you kind of can't be biased against what comes out on the network because you're an employee there, and we are a network of content to put movies out for other people to enjoy. We aren't the God's end all be all. It's not. That's why we had a problem with Netflix during COVID, because we've been seeing them paint a narrative with the things they put up, where they put like little girls getting touched with the Olympics. People had issues having these shows up there
and
when they had the little girls in the pageants.
Yeah, the
people had
shit.
fucking issues.
That was fucking disgusting.
That's disgusting. Like Netflix has been in a little propaganda with this shit. So I think, as a worker there has to be a disclosure that you kind of can't have. If you work for a bodega, you're not allowed to play with the lotto. If you work for a bodega, you're disclosed from the lotto. Because you can just sit there and run it up all day. You're not allowed to. It's illegal. You're not supposed to be doing scratch-offs and playing lottery when you work for the bodega. Never get high on your own supply type shit, I guess.
Yep.
So...
Because you could probably figure out, like, which ticket could be 1,000 a week for life.
Not even that. You just sit there and scratch until you get it. Fuck it.
Scratch the whole fucking roll.
Fuck it, right? But
I think they have a generator cell. Like if you scratch and you have to make sure that it's
of course.
You're not gonna sit there and just take money out of the cashier and just fucking buy like 10, 20, $25 scratch offs.
But see, I hope Netflix didn't fire that's all right. Boom. If the people signed an agreement that they're not allowed to have feelings towards what comes out, do your fucking job. Do your job. Just fucking. And they had something to say because they felt offended. Well then, well then, you're fired because you didn't get the vaccine. That's all that you just told me right there in this conversation. You're fired.
Yep. That's another thing that's been rising up a lot.
You just came out of your contract, and we're gonna get into that. But you just came out your contract. You just came out of your contract because you're not supposed to feel and talk like that. You're not. Do your job. Since you feel that way, you're out. You're fired. I don't think they got fired because they're transgender. They obviously got fired because they spoke up about it. And I don't think you're not supposed to, man. You're a media fucking...